let's break down HEX Fight Series 37. And if you don't want to, you can go and get bucked.
Big win at the Aussie MMA Instagram page and give us a bit of glow up because we're killing.
Don't forget to check out Australian MMA magazine. That guy is doing the right things too, so let's go.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. HEX Fight Series 37 took place November 22nd in Melbourne at the Melbourne Pavilion. Yeah, guys, before we get into it, if you want to obviously support the show and whatnot, make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you hit us up on the Spotify. Yeah, maybe leave us a review. At least helps my ego, if anything. So I would really, really appreciate it. Before we get going, also that was on that night, November 22nd, was, of course, Kim Tran and Rory Turner. They both competed at one championship. Kim Tran's fight went like this.
For sale. She's still on her feet.
And I didn't cover Rory Turner's fight, so it went like this.
Hey, Australian MMA, I saw when you mentioned Kim, all respect to her. Why didn't you mention my name? I'm a champ as well.
The final moment, there's the clapper.
Rory Turner!
Mention me. Give me some publicity next time, yeah?
A few moments later.
My friend, how are you, sir?
I'm very good, my friend. How you doing?
Your wish is my command, sir. So good times. You can see, of course, Kim Tran and Rory Turner as well. Go check out those interviews. Now, guys, we're going to dive into HEX Fight Series 37, some of the fights, where they go, storylines. Remember, just my opinions, just a dude with an audience, not a journalist, not a guy that you should really put too much stock in. But hey, if you do, that's your life. Now, wanted to really dive into this show. Production wise, man, I love HEX Fight Series shows. Like they still look visually good, but like, fuck me, the breaks are just too long. Just keep it rolling, boys. I know you guys serve drinks, but just like keep it rolling. I wouldn't even mind if you bring back the dragon dancers or the belly dancers, or then there's that dude that played the trumpet. Hey, bring back Tim O'Matic. I don't care, but just give me something in the little breaks. We'll keep this bitch rolling. It was great to have the OG, the old 10th Planet Hall of Famer, Frankie Barker. Wouldn't be a HEX Fight show without him. Although I didn't see Michael Chiavello, the voice of mixed martial arts, and interesting. But he does look like he's booked for international brawling coming up this weekend, which is kind of like a cage Muay Thai, but it's like cage boxing. They've got like 4-ounce MMA gloves. That'll feature Isaac Hardman, former 9-0 MMA fighter and 3-time Australian champion and pro boxer, and he nearly fought for a world title as well. He fought Michael Zarafa, and yeah, there's an interview on Isaac Hardman. You can check that out as well on this page. God, Slav, we got everybody. But yeah, Michael Chiavello seems to be commentating that, not HEX. Wonder what's going on. Maybe he's just busy. I don't know. But yeah, it was cool. Don't know who the guy was that was commentating with Frank Barker, nor did I bother to find out. But I didn't mind him. What I did not like is the amount of times those guys said perineal.
Perineal kick well timed there by Karsaz.
Just kicked him in the calf. We're not bloody rocket surgeons, boys. Just you kicked him in the calf and it hurt. Perineal, you know. I barely passed TAFE. All right, diving into the fights. Also, shout out to, before I get into it, shout out to HEX Fight Series. Of course, they're always good to me, and of course, streams.com.au for allowing me to use footage in the breakdown and the little recap. So, you know, without them, I'd get sued or murdered. But yeah, I just wanted to thank those guys for letting me sort of do that. Now, if we go into fight number one, this one had a bit of weight cut sort of issues. Actually, no, sorry. For that, I'll run through the results, so just so you know, and go to the time codes below. You can skip to your favourite bit. There was, I think, 9 fights on the card. Moses Deng versus Rory O'Keefe. Moses Deng via first round KO. Trent Gertham beat Shinichi Shimuzi via unanimous decision. Ethan Brockett took out Ben Patterson 29-28 unanimous decision to Brockett. Brett Pastori took out Talor Wati via split decision. Josh Grove via unanimous decision over Michael Manu. Blood Diamond took out Saeid Karsaz via TKO round 1. Ricky Biechun went down to Danny Hartwell via split decision and lost his heavyweight championship. That will go over to the United Kingdom for now, via Thailand, via Van Roon Martial Arts. So hopefully we see Mr. Hartwell back as well. Hoshi Friedrich avenged his loss against JJ Ambrose. Round 2 verbal submission to claim the HEX Fight Series welterweight championship, and boy, there's some storylines coming out of that one. Yeah, it was more like a round 1 submission, but then round ended. JJ Ambrose tried to start round 2, couldn't, verbal submission, but like, if you looked for the damage, it was definitely in round 1. And finally, Kasib Murdoch took out Kris Ustijanovski via unanimous decision, but did not retain the HEX Fight Series bantamweight crown. We will go into that very soon. Now, starting with number 1, Moses Deng, because that's how I keep you in the video for a long time, because you want to hear from the main event and you have to wait, or you can skip in the time codes. Moses Deng, there was a big issue with weigh-ins. Apparently he only just got to Melbourne 12 hours before the weigh-ins. He ended up weighing a little bit over, had to go get some doctor's appointment, some scam before he could even fight. He was supposed to cut 6 kilos. He ended up weighing well over. I don't know, get here earlier. Nah, I don't know what happened. If you want to check it out, go to Southern Cross Combat. You can see Joel interview Moses. He goes into it a little bit. But look, at the end of the day, fight went about. Moses Deng finished Rory O'Keefe with just a beautiful right hand, I think it was.
And now O'Keefe, nice right hand there from Deng. He's hurting.
O'Keefe down, and it's over. Moses Deng with a first round knockout of Rory O'Keefe here at HEX.
Yeah, man, Moses Deng. Good fighter to watch. Kind of has been on the good end and the wrong end of some highlight reels, and you always love when the old Killmonger is gearing up. Up next, Trent Gertham taking out Shinichi Shimizu via unanimous decision. I would have butchered that last name worse than Gertham butchered him.
4 minutes there to recuperate after that.
Another big shot from Gertham. Shimizu's down.
Shinichi just seems to be on the wrong end of the Australians. I think he's lost a decision victory now to Semakati Kikembo, Justin Van Heerden, and now Trent Gertham. He just seems to be the guy that is being served up to anyone that can't get fights. He's had about 80 fights. He's split them down the middle pretty much. Trent Gertham absolutely put a whooping on Shinichi, and I know that he claims he can't get fights, and it is pretty hard because he trains with like the, Kasib Murdoch and some other boys that are really, really good bantamweights. But for fuck me, man, I love me some Trent Gertham, but like, he's got to fight someone that matters. Like, he's fighting good guys. Don't get that twisted. That's not what I'm saying. But he's got to fight guys that like matter in the sport here. Like, I'd love to see him fight like a Matty Ian or something like that. Just like someone who he'll either move the needle or not. You know what I mean? Like, I would just love to see what he can do in terms of, like, I don't know, man. It's like he's super talented. God Samurai. He's been around forever. He's 17-6. Yeah, like he's just, who is there to fight? You know, you've got Cooper Royales. You've got like an Alan Philpott would be nice. Sorry, I'm just checking this out now. Sam Hibbard would be nice. Maybe like a Sean Etchell. Hell, just put him up against Sam Hibbard. That's a good run. Raja Shippen. I mean, I think they're boys, but like, I just want to see him fight someone that like, that just matters and will move the scene. You know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't really go anywhere with that, but Trent Gertham is supremely talented. I'm sick of him fighting Japanese guys I don't know anything about. I need him to fight an Australian in Australia to see where he sits. You know, should he be a champion? Let's find out. Anyway, this is how the bout went.
And to sit in the guard, as you mentioned, Frank, but now dropping some hammer fist on Shimizu, and he's opened it back into half guard. More of a knee shield.
I mean, he hasn't even forced dogfight scenarios. He hasn't tried to bump him over to his left shoulder and try and, meet him on his knees and short wrestle him to try and get Trent on his back or anything. He's just kind of just sitting in there. And
up next, Ethan Brockett, or as I like to call him, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson from Timu. Nah, he looked really cool. Taking on Ben Patterson, guy at Lions Den Academy. Fight pretty much went like this.
Ben Patterson. Oh, wow. He's wobbly. Patterson's wobbly. Brockett hit him. Now Patterson shoots. Oh, wow. Ethan Brockett looking for the finish. Oh, he's got an anaconda set up. Oh, he's got it. He's got it tight. He's closing in on the choke. Ben's got to be super careful. He's going to go heavy on the hips. Oh, Brockett knows. He's got it deep. Ben's got to be super careful. He's trying. Oh, look at that. What an escape there from Patterson.
Ben Patterson, clearly talented, gritty, grindy, can sort of do some pretty good wrestling. But nice win for Brockett. Yeah, definitely want to see both those boys fight again. But I can see how you might have found that fight frustrating. Up next, we've got Talor Watiri. He unfortunately went down to Brett Pastori via a split decision. He might have lost, but he had the sickest escape you'll see in a while.
Finishing with a RNC. Oh, what an escape from Watiri! Hail Mary, Mount Escape, Watiri.
Brett Pastori picking up the victory, though. If you might go, hey, I remember that name. Brett Pastori lost the decision victory to Quillan Southfield, the eternal MMA lightweight crown. He is a former, got the old Rich Franklin story. He's a former school teacher that walked out to pursue his career. So I think that's pretty cool. If you watched the bout, I think Pastori won. I think he did enough. I don't think the commentators agreed. I can't remember.
Excellent takedowns at the start of the fight, but that's pretty much it. I mean, I can't really remember much more from Pastori as far as some striking goes. I mean, he's exchanging some knees, but he's not in the dominating position here.
But, yeah, look, I'd like to see Pastori sort of stick around, and if I had to envision anything, I think he will stick around in sort of HEX, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see him fight for the lightweight crown next event. Up next, Josh Groves took out the measuring stick, what they call him. Michael Manu, he took him out via unanimous decision. Michael Manu has just fought absolutely anyone and everyone, and if you can beat him, you pretty much go to the UFC. That's like the rules, or you're like in the UFC. In fact, while you look at highlights from the fight, I'm going to look at the guys he's recently fought.
Look at this. He just shucks him.
Oh, great, almost the switch.
Here we go. This is his chance, bro. He's got 30 seconds. This is it. And Josh circles back. He's on that high crotch position. He's fine here. He's fine.
Cool. His last couple of fights have been Marwan Rahiki. His last losses: Marwan Rahiki, UFC; Colby Thickness, UFC; Rod Costa, mate, probably could have. Michael Tobin, once again, could have. Like, some of these guys are like super talented, and he seems to kind of only fight dudes that can be next level. So unfortunate for Michael Manu. He has now lost 3 on the trot. But Josh Grove, his coach Ryan told me that the peanut butter kid, he said, watch this kid, he will make it to the UFC. So I mean, there's some big claims, but if you look at the size of Josh Grove and what he did inside the cage, he looked absolutely massive and he looked super talented. And I think the last time I saw him fight was at like Eternal 37 or something, way back in like 2018. So kid's been around forever. Definitely, as you guys have come to notice in these, he is definitely one to watch. Up next, bit of a fan fight. It was with no storyline whatsoever and no forward momentum for anyone. But boy, I will watch it every weekend. It was Saeid Karsaz taking on Blood Diamond, and it went a little something like this.
Low, man. Oh, he drops it. Karsaz is down. Diamond. Hickman's having a look. And it's over. Blood Diamond with a first round knockout of Saeid Karsaz.
Blood Diamond via first round TKO. This is nice. Sometimes he's on the other end of it. Sometimes he's on the good end of it. What I'd love to see is maybe like a Blood Diamond versus like Brenton Mumford. or Blood Diamond versus like Wes Kappa. You know, like just where it's just going to be just two dudes just standing up and just banging. In fact, let me put it, Wes Kappa, Blood Diamond, just anywhere. How about that? We move on to the title fights of HEX Fight Series 37. Ricky Biechun versus Danny Hartwell. Now, Ricky Biechun really on the cusp of the UFC, and it's not even winning. He needed a finish to make it to the UFC. I think even a decision would have set him further back than even a loss. And unfortunately, he did one better, and it went like this.
Dead tired, you can see.
Well, let me tell you, all those hill sprints right now is where it's going to count.
Yep.
Oh, crushing kick.
Body kick there from Beichon, now trying to throw the knee.
Grappling exchange just shows you what condition and what shape Danny Hartwell is in coming into this fight. He's got Ricky, man, I don't know what he's going to do. He's got 20 seconds left. He's got to fight hard. He's got to try and look for a finish here. Stephen, I don't know what else to say.
I don't think there is anything else we can say. Oh, looking for a last-ditch Kimura there is Beichon.
Oh, he rolls him over.
Looking for a Kimura, maybe an armbar. Defended by Hartwell. That was the last throw of the dice for Ricky Biechun. Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ricky Biechun went down via decision to Danny Hartwell. And Danny Hartwell's, he just outgrinded him, outgritted him. He just looked better. Hartwell burst onto the scene. Well, not burst on the scene. We were aware of him when he beat Adnan Larry, when Adnan Larry basically gassed himself out and Hartwell just came out for one of the biggest comebacks we've seen this year. To then come back up, fight Ricky Biechun and now become the HEX heavyweight champion. The fight I want to see, it's the fight I want to see. He's not doing too much bare knuckle boxing these days. Let's get old Randall Raymond back in there with Danny Hartwell and just see who the toughest man is in the country. I love Randall Raymond. I think he's the best heavyweight we have ever had, and that is just a huge title. But look, I really do think he's so talented. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He looks like he's coaching MMA a lot more. He can strike with the best of them. He is the toughest man that ever lived. I think if you get Randall Raymond, and you know what, you could pry him out of MMA retirement with about $17 and a high five. That's how gangster he is. Randall Raymond, if you can hear me, Danny Hartwell, HEX Fight Series 38, sometime early 2026. Let's fucking go. Up next, a rematch. Not for the ages, just a rematch. Hoshi Friedrich taking on Superman, JJ Ambrose. Now, this is a 2022 rematch where JJ Ambrose won, and it looked like he was going to do it again. The fight was going like this.
Ambrose now.
Oh, look at this. Look at the balance. Wow, JJ Ambrose. This is vicious.
Until it went like this.
He's going for a knee bar. He's going for a knee bar. He's got it super deep. There's only a few seconds left. Oh, this is so deep. It's hanging in there. He's just turned his knee out just in time. Oh. Holy moly.
Oh, I think Ambrose hurt his knee.
What a surprise. I'll be honest. I thought JJ Ambrose, even though he's 53, but got the body of a 21-year-old, I really thought he was going to run through Hoshi. I love Hoshi, but I just think JJ Ambrose was, look at him, sculpted out of stone. I really thought he was just going to do some absolute damage to Hoshi, but Hoshi, man, came in shredded, respected the game. You knew this is the biggest opportunity of his career, and really happy for him. I know he cops a lot of shit, and, he beat JJ Ambrose for the welterweight crown. It's not like he beat, Joseph Luciano or something, or, someone who is in their prime and amazing. Keep in mind, love JJ Ambrose. But, yeah, he's a little bit older, but hear me out. He now gets an opportunity to do that because he's the HEX champion. And all the guys out there that think he's shit, like the Sam Miles of the world, who jumped online and said stuff. They now have an opportunity to become a champion by running through Hoshi, which when you talk shit is the ultimate gamble. Because if you lose, you lost to a guy that you think is shit and your career is over. But if you win, you become a champion. So it's the perfect gamble. I'm hearing rumors that Luciano, I don't really know what's going on with him in PFL, but like a lot of rumors swinging around that he might be up for that belt. So I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot, I tell you that. And then if Hoshi beats Luciano, fucking, he deserves all the respect in the world and gets to call himself legit champ. And then even Sam Miles has to be like, you are champion now. But yeah, awesome opportunity for Hoshi. I don't like how he got it. Look, it's not the most impressive in terms of like the guys he ran through, but at the end of the day, the dude still is like dedicated his entire life to martial arts and he gets to become a champion. And if you're trying to take that moment away from him, you're a bit of a dick. Although I do understand, you know, the breakdown of it. But congratulations, Hoshi. You not only achieved your dream, but you destroyed another man's dream of walking again. What he did to JJ Ambrose's knee was horrible to watch. Finally, the main event of HEX Fight Series 33 was one man fighting for the HEX Fight Series bantamweight title, another man just fighting for a regular old win. That is right, Kasib Murdoch taking on Kris Ustijanovski. Kasib Murdoch stripped of the HEX Fight Series title. He could not win it. It was just a regular fight to him. Kris Ustijanovski could win it. And right now, because Kasib Murdoch won via unanimous decision, there is no champion. HEX Fight Series has a vacant bantamweight title. I think Kris Ustijanovski, how do I put this without angering the entire community? Kasib won the match. I think no dispute. I think at points and in total, Ustijanovski won the fight.
He can actually use that grip to actually throw Kasib over his head.
Yep.
But, you know, then look at him sitting him down to go to his back. Oh, wow. Look at this. Now, if Kris decides to unlock his hands, this is going to give Kasib an advantage to start really putting his case forward in the top position. But if he keeps his hands together, mate, they hurt.
Yeah. Who would I rather be Monday morning? Kris Ustijanovski's face or Kasib Murdoch's face? Chris's. Now, Kasib with the wrestling and yada yada, and like, I think Kasib Murdoch is, at least I did going into this fight, the best bantamweight in Australia. Missing weight the way he did and the performance he had against a guy who's very talented, but by no means was everyone saying Ustijanovski is like the next big thing or anything. I think they will after this fight. Like this did him wonders. But in terms of like a guy that you think is, you know, unanimously like going to go to the UFC and contenders and all that sort of bullshit, he wasn't that, and he might still not be that. And for Kasib to have kind of had that sort of not as impressive result against Kris, I think Kasib still needs another year. He's 7-0, but he's really 3 or 4-0, and a couple of fucking taxi drivers in Canggu. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's just the reality. And I love Kasib more than I love Kasib. I really do. I think he's going to make it to the UFC and he's going to smash a lot of people. Or I just think he's a year behind than what I thought he was. Just with, you can't be missing weight by that much. You can't be having close fights with guys you are supposed to run through. And I know that this is going to cop me a lot of heat, and you probably might not see any Kasib Murdoch interviews on Australian MMA for a little while. But if I don't call it how I see it, what am I doing? Kris Ustijanovski, like, round of applause, tremendous, looked amazing. And, you know, maybe that's credit to him in a sense as well, that he made Kasib look like that. Like, he made it look hard. And then maybe I'll maybe I'll eat my words. But yeah, in total, I think round of applause for Kris. He'll be back. He's got some big matchups. I actually wouldn't even mind a Conor Birch rematch. I think that would be really, really cool. Just maybe he can right a few wrongs in that, and Conor Birch wants to get back in there as well. Don't care where they do that. And Kasib Murdoch, if you want to tell me to get fat and say that, hey, you are ready for the UFC, go fight Matty Ian. And I think Matty Ian's probably still locked into his eternal contract with the belt. You have no allegiances now. You got stripped of the belt, even though you could have done it with Hex anyway, but there's a bit of like loyalty. You know, you have their belt. You probably shouldn't go off and fight for another type thing. But take the opportunity. Go fight Matty Ian. Early 2026. Go whoop him. Go take contenders. Go get a contract. I'll pay for the postage. You can write a letter that says, hey, Mitchell, go fuck yourself. And then I'll read it live on air here. But yeah, look, honestly, to sum up my ramblings, was not impressed with the Kasib Murdoch performance. I expect a hell of a lot better from him going in, and a hell of a lot better of his performance if he is to reach the next level. Kris Ustijanovski surprised me immensely. I think we'll see him in some more big fights to come. There you go, guys. I might go hide in my basement for the next couple of weeks so no one kills me. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Once again, thanks for HEX Fight Series and streams.com.au for letting me use all the footage. Like, subscribe, send all your hate mail to Australian MMA _. I'll see you next time.